WINAY MARKA, the eternal land, is the story of our Mother Earth told from its living heart, what today is known as Lake Titicaca. Safely guarded deep inside this place is the whole story of our living planet and our humanity. We're invited to enter this archive, and I'm the volunteer that is here to guide you how. Everything is connected. To understand the story of the universe, we need to understand the story of this earth, and that will reveal the story of our humanity. Not doing this investigation would mean that we would stay bottled and fragmented in an area of knowledge that only benefits an industrial system. To be able to fully understand the story of our humanity, we need to go beyond the paradigms of understanding of today and allow other kinds of information as real evidence. I want to show you all the evidences that I have been able to gather that prove that the story of the WINAY MARKA is not just a myth, but is actually the story of our planet Earth and of mankind. Our Mother Earth has been able to evolve and transform in such a way that life could exist on it. The biocentric theory is not so much a theory, it is the reality of how, in some magical way, the ingredients and the cosmic balance necessary to host life came together. Not satisfied with this, the Earth continued to evolve over millions of years and through abrupt changes and very different eras in order to sustain what it sustains today: civilization and humanity. If we study the reconstruction of the climatic history of our planet Earth, which has been carried out based on glacial records and other forms of data verification, we can see that in eras prior to ours, the climate was not only more drastic, but that more radical and sudden changes occurred. Only toward the Holocene do we observe how, for some reason, the climate became more stable and balanced, as if it were tuned to play the melody of an advanced civilization. This fact is not a coincidence, but rather by design. Current history is beginning to unearth evidence that this was indeed the case. Ancient civilizations possessed the knowledge and technology to influence the development of greater climatic stability, as well as other biocentric and animist design technologies that the majority of the planet's population today is unaware of. This civilization, or these civilizations, existed, and the native peoples of the world are the heirs of their knowledge. What keeps us the most from seeing the evidence and connecting with this knowledge is our own colonialism and our own materialistic and dogmatic mindset. Mother Earth is a spacecraft, the only one we have, and it has its own controls. These controls function as a mesh of lines and nodes that together generate a complex energetic network that is here, even though we know very little about it. Among its functions, according to the testimonies we have gathered, it serves, amongst other things, to influence the way the Earth rotates around its axis. And thanks to this, we owe the current climatic stability that only recently, since the industrial era, we have begun to disrupt. These controls are found in key locations around the planet and are connected by geodesic lines. The system as a whole did not arise out of nothing, but is part of an extensive engineering project that was developed in a remote past that was maintained until a past not so distant. In what today is known as the WINAY MARKA, we find one of the principal sites of these controls, if not the most important one, what we can call the heart of our Mother Earth. As the main column of this transhemispheric mountain chain stands the Andes mountain range. alongside which lies a continental mass that bulges toward the equator and houses the largest tropical forest in the world, something that you have surely heard referred to as the lungs of the earth. The mountain column widens towards its most central part, where Lake Titicaca is located, which is also the highest lake in the world. The lake is the navel of a region around it that we can call the heart of South America and of the earth, and where the WINAY MARKA is found. This central Andean region gave rise not only to what we know were the oldest civilizations on the planet, but is also the source from which springs one of the most complex and complete worldviews of our universe, the Andean worldview. A worldview that is sustained by the land that it sees it born. The Andean worldview speaks of polarities, extremes, complementary opposites, and their encounter. These encounters are not sugar and cotton. They're also water and fire, earth and air. In this region, we can find the most extreme climates of the planet. The driest desert in the world, the Atacama, meets the most extensive humid forest. And in an area north of the lake, we find its most humid point. At the same time, one of the hottest places on Earth, the Boreal Chaco, meets places that approach the coldest in the world, the summits of the Andean peaks at more than 6,000 meters in altitude. In addition to grounding and shaping the Andean worldview, the meeting of the 4 points, humid, dry, hot, and cold, gives rise to the greatest explosion of biodiversity that can exist on Earth. It is here, and thanks to the worldview, wisdom, and technology of the Andean people, that it was possible to develop the most nutritious and productive foods that humanity consumes today, among them the potato. Without the combination of factors generated here, the world would not be as it is today. I would love to show you all the evidences that I found doing my research for this video that there was in fact a pre-diluvian civilization settled around Lake Titicaca and that is responsible for the creation of the humanity we know today. I want to invite you to join me in the presential journey of traveling to these lands to discover and recover the hidden treasure of mankind. I must warn you though, if you want to continue with me on this journey, you might be faced with challenging your established beliefs. The hidden treasure remains hidden because of that, because we can't understand what we're seeing even if we are seeing it. Let's start this journey high in the sky, looking down on Lake Titicaca and observing its unique coastline and shape. We humans like to see figures in the clouds, in mountains and lakes, rivers and rocks, trees and leaves. These shapes transmit through their language a message. In the Andean world, seeing the symbols and shapes are not just coincidences. They are evidence of how shape and form are woven together by the observer and by forces of creation that we are yet to understand. Through Andean oral transmission, we have been taught that Lake Titicaca, if seen from the south facing upwards, has 3 main shapes. First, on the left, you can observe the runa, the human, with its long hair on its knees and with his hand offering something to the mouth of the second shape, the titi. The titi is a small Andean cat, a unique type of feline endemic to the Andean highlands. Here you can observe the head, the ear, and the tail. The titi's mouth is where Copacabana is found, where the Virgin of the Lake appeared, who is, along with Mexico's Virgin of Guadalupe, one of the 2 oldest Marian apparitions in the Americas. That's a story for later. Below the titi, finally, here you can see the chalua, the fish, with its mouth and its fishtail. Alright, so this is a first initiation into a wisdom that I received from the Andean elders and shamans personally, and that you might find there is not a connection made. And this might be because we are within this fragmented knowledge system that keeps us in a state of observation and non-participation and non-belonging. Now, why is all of this so crucial? Why is this information, why is this study, the discovery of ancient civilizations and their technology so crucial? Because there lies the answer to what the problems of today are. There we will find the solutions to all the problems that we're experiencing as a humanity today. So first of all, I want to show you all the information that I gathered for this video, all the different data points that I've put on this map that I want to show you. So first, you can see that there are the lines, the coexists, that are called in the native Andean world, which are kind of like sacred lines that connect different spots. So this would be the key lines, the ley lines, whatever you want to call them. They are some type of lines, and they do have some type of alignment, and these alignments do have a meaning, a purpose, and a function. So then there are all these sacred places, all these archaeological sites. The most known is Pumapunku and Tiwanaku. Then you have these newly discovered sunken places or sunken archaeological sites in the WINAY MARKA, the minor lake. You have the well-known places in the Island of the Sun, the Amantani Island. You have the burial sites that date to more than 2,000 years ago here in this part of the lake. So I put all those in the map to show you all the things that are here, but also to invite you into a journey to visit them all. I want to show you all the other things that I found in the Amazon. This is a recently discovered archaeological site, or a series of archaeological raised fields that prove that in the region of the Amazon there was millions of people living here. So these are raised fields that have sacred geometry. They're made around sacred geometry, but their purpose was to allow growing large quantities of food in an area that is commonly flooded year-round. So these are the pampas, the savannas, the mojos, llanos, savannas that get flooded each year in the rain season. So all of this that you see that is brown here, that is not man-made deforestation. That is an area that gets flooded each year. So these ancient civilizations, they created these raised fields so that grow food year-round, that would give the crops a lot of water, that would allow for a lot of food to be grown. And it's not just the raised fields. As you can see here, they have geoglyphs, very much like the Nazca lines. And all of this is connected. So then there are all of these other places that get connected by the sacred key lines. And this is just a compilation of information that I've gathered that I want to put together in a series of videos. But for this to keep existing, I need your help somehow. And not just that, I want to invite you to come with us in one of the journeys that I'm going to organize based on this. It is not just to gather more information, it's not just to explore, it is not just to get to know this intimately, but to be able to access the sacred information, the ancient ancestral wisdom that is found here. I cannot give you that initiation here on a video. I need you to take the time, the investment to come and to join this work, because it's not just about you expanding your consciousness, healing problems, getting to know the world, exploring the world, getting to know unknown places, and being at the edge of discovery of mankind. It's also the invitation for you to be part of the Seed of the New World project, which seeks to create a new humanity based on all the wisdom that we have gathered and that we have received from our elders, and in connection with the people in these places.